Good morning, everyone. I hope that you are doing well today. This is April 16th. We're halfway through April. We've been home. This is our third week at home, not in school. And I'm sure that feels interesting for some of you. And I'm sure for some of you, it also may be affecting your mental health because maybe you're spending all day in your room, and by the end of the day, you're feeling very low and sluggish, and it just doesn't feel great. So, I want to talk a little bit about how do we keep our mental health in a good place? How do we feel good mentally right now? So, one of the things that I want to talk about first is the importance of continuing with routine and consistency. When you're in school, you get up every morning, you eat your breakfast, you go to school, you have a set schedule, you go home after school, you eat supper, you might spend an hour on social media or two, then you might spend some time doing homework, and then you might end the night video gaming or on Netflix. And you have somewhat of a routine set. But right now, you probably don't have much of a routine, and it would be really wise if you had one. So if you got up at 7:30 in the morning and you said, I'm going to eat breakfast at 9 o'clock, I'm going to start my schoolwork, I'm going to do my schoolwork from 9 to 11. At 11, I'm going to go for a walk in the community. At 12, I'm going to eat lunch. I'm going to do a little bit more schoolwork after lunch. I'm going to go out in my yard. I'm going to take part in some hobby that I do. At 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I'm going to eat supper. And then for the rest of the night, I'm just going to take it easy. Having a routine and having consistency in your life at this time gives you something familiar that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable with the situation we're in. The second thing is we want to have a sleep routine. A sleep routine is very important. And by that, I mean making sure you go to bed at 11 o'clock, the same time you would go to bed during school days. Go to bed at 11 and you get up at 7:30. That you don't bring your cell phones to bed or your iPods. You're not texting throughout the middle of the night. You're not video gaming from your bed. Your bed is your bed only to sleep in. That's it. That's what a bed should be for, just to sleep in, not to do everything else. Because if you do everything else on your bed, then you find it 10 times harder to get to sleep nighttime. So having a really good routine nighttime would be really fantastic, and being able to sleep in your own bed without tons of stuff going on in your bed. Which I mean video gaming, doing social media, doing homework in bed. No, bed is just for sleeping. The third thing that I want to talk about is exercise. And exercise is really important because when we exercise and we get our heart rate up to a certain level, there's an endorphin that's released into our brain, which is a chemical. And that chemical naturally makes us to feel better. So if we exercise every day, it will help us feel better. So since I've been home, I've been walking my dog every morning, and it naturally makes me have more energy throughout my day, and I feel so much more alive, which is so helpful. So get outdoors, exercise. You could go for a jog. You could do a workout. The fourth thing, it's really important to get outdoors. Don't stay in your house all day long. We need vitamin D from the sun. Vitamin D from the sun helps us have energy, helps us to feel better. For people who have seasonal affective disorder, which is a form of depression, doctors always say take vitamin D. Vitamin D will help you to feel happier during winter or during fall, when people find that find it most hard. Okay, so get outdoors, enjoy. We have lots of sun right now. Get outdoors, go in your backyard, go for a walk. Go for a walk in a trail if your parents will let you. Just be outdoors. Number 5, don't stay in your room all day. And I know a lot of you have a habit of staying in your room all day, but what happens if you stay in your room all day? I know what happens to me, and I know what happens with about 90% of people, If you were to stay in your room all day and you're on your bed all day, lying down all day, it starts to feel depressing and you feel low. And for those of you who have depression, you know that if you've been in your room all day, your depression really escalates. And for those of you who self-injure, you also know that a lot of your self-injury happens after you've been in your room for 3 to 4 hours on your own. You become triggered at that point, and because you become very low in spirits. And the best thing that you can do is get out of that room. Get out of the room. Spend some time with your family. If you don't want to spend time with your family, go outdoors, spend some time in the yard, but don't spend all your time in your bedroom. The sixth thing is we got to make sure that we socialize with people. How many of you are missing being with your friends? I am. I'm missing walking with my friends. I'm missing going down to one of my friend's house and sitting in her bedroom and watching television with her. I'm missing my friends. However, one thing that you can do is go on a social media platform. You can go on Facebook Messenger and add many people. I played charades with my family on Facebook Messenger a couple days ago, and it was awesome. You could go on Zoom. I've been spending time with my friends in Vancouver on Zoom lately. 10 of us have been getting together and just having socialization on Thursday night. And Zoom is very easy to set up online. You could also spend some time on Snapchat with one another. You could phone a friend. You can text a friend, but you need to get some socialization. I really recommend video messaging. It's very, very, very good. And the final thing I want to talk about is the importance of eating properly. If you get up in the morning and you don't eat anything, and you don't eat anything at noon, and you haven't eaten anything until 3, food really does affect our mood. If we don't eat, it's going to affect our mood. If we eat too many sugary things, it's going to affect our mood. So a well-balanced diet is very helpful during this time. Okay? It's very helpful all the time. But a well-balanced diet, eat veggies, eat fruit, make sure you have some protein. And that sort of diet and eating your meals throughout the day will be very helpful to you. So that's all I have to say for right now, but I just want you to think about those things, and hopefully those things will help you feel better from a mental health perspective. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you again soon.